Hi, I'm Anne Marie Segal. I'm recording a series of videos to celebrate the release of the second edition of this book, Master the Interview. The second edition will be out on April 10th, 2024. In this video, I want to talk to you about your personal value proposition. What is that? What is a personal value proposition? It is the unique value that you bring personally, that you can offer, in the case of a job interview, offer an employer. It's the value you bring. It's your strengths. It's your edge. So what do you offer that's different than others that might have similar strengths to yours? It is expressed with your accomplishments. They back up what you assert is your personal value proposition. And in general, they answer the question, why should I hire you? Again, in the interview context, it might be why I should invest in you some other way, whether you're a consultant or you're looking to fundraise, etc. Your personal value proposition. So it's not just if you know cybersecurity, or you're a hard worker, or you've done a lot of M&A transactions, or you know how to prepare a certain type of document or a certain type of food, or you know how to sell houses better than anybody else on the market. Think broadly about your personal value proposition. Think about where you've shown leadership and how you communicate. And think about ways that you can tell stories that are beyond the kind of garden variety way that someone might tell about their value proposition. Where can you really show that you have added value in the past so that you can demonstrate how you would add value in the future? When I talk about edge, there are so many things that can go into having an edge that can give you an edge over the competition. When I talk about leadership, for example, you might be early in your career, but you may have been the president of a lot of different organizations at your university or your high school, if you're coming straight out of high school. And that can be an edge because you may have dealt with people from a whole lot of different backgrounds, learned how to talk to people, to not be afraid to open your mouth. That's something really important at the beginning of your career. As you think about moving further along in your career, certain things that are important when you first get out of school, like being a hard worker, become what someone might call table stakes later on. And so I work with senior candidates and we talk about this from time to time. If you're diligent, if you're practical, if you're a hard worker, those are things that are often just expected of you. What can you go beyond in terms of your explanation to help me understand how you're going to add value? Sometimes I even call this, what is your genius? I don't say that to be intimidating. It's not that every one of us needs to be a genius to land a job, but what did you bring to that role that's different than what anyone else could bring? And how can you frame what you brought in that role that you're discussing to help me understand as a hiring manager what you'll bring to me? So I mentioned cybersecurity. In the context of talking about your cybersecurity skills, maybe you could talk about how you were able to influence other stakeholders. Maybe you could talk about your leadership skills, how you led a team through a very difficult transition. You rolled out a new way of doing things at the firm. Again, even if you're towards the beginning of your career, there are opportunities to shine. That's what you want to be focused on. That's often where you find that you derive your value proposition. Sometimes it's a case of reverse engineering it. Where did I have the most success? And what does that say about me? And how can I draw strengths from those situations and then really understand what my top strengths are. I hope this has been helpful about value proposition. I encourage you, if you'd like to explore further, to take a look at the book. When it's out, I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks and best of luck with your interviewing.